Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Today we're diving deep into the hidden mechanics of the casino industry to unpack what is, quite frankly, a billion-dollar illusion. We're going to break down exactly how this whole operation works behind the scenes, layer by fascinating layer. Let's just jump right into it, starting with a feeling that pretty much everyone gets when they step onto a gaming floor.
Millions of people walk through those flashy casino doors thinking the exact same thing. Maybe tonight will be my lucky night. You know the feeling, right? Some folks are there celebrating a big milestone, some just want to escape the daily grind for a bit, and others show up carrying more cash than most of us make in a year, genuinely convinced they can beat the odds. And the crazy thing is, that is precisely the illusion the industry wants you to believe. They want all your focus on those flashing lights, the ringing bells, the plush carpets, and the tantalizing, absolute dream of a life-changing jackpot. It's this carefully crafted atmosphere of just endless possibility.
But that actually leads us to a really fascinating question. What do you think a casino's most valuable asset is? Well, it isn't the high-stakes poker table, it's not the spinning roulette wheel, and it's not even the millions of dollars locked away in their high-tech vault. As we're going to see throughout this explainer, their true assets are human psychology and time. The entire industry, quite literally from the ground up, is meticulously built to capture and maximize those two invisible things. Okay, let's peel back the first layer of the onion with part 1, the illusion of luck. It all starts with the mathematics of probability. The absolute undeniable truth of the industry is that casinos do not gamble. Their customers do. The people who own these massive buildings, they are definitely not crossing their fingers hoping to get lucky on a Tuesday night. They aren't sweating when a high roller places a massive bet. Instead, they rely 100% on the house edge. This is a tiny, almost invisible mathematical advantage built into every single game they offer. Think about it kind of like a vending machine. Imagine putting $1 into a machine, and it automatically spits back exactly 98 cents worth of product. The machine just quietly keeps that 2 cents as a transaction fee. Now, if you're just playing for a short session, you might hit a lucky streak and actually walk away ahead, completely failing to notice that structural disadvantage working against you.
Now you might be thinking, a 2-cent house advantage, that means absolutely nothing on a single bet. And you're right, in the short term, it's statistically insignificant. But imagine scaling that up. When you apply that tiny little edge to, say, 50 million wagers over the course of a year, well, mathematics quietly steps in and guarantees a massive, practically unstoppable profit. It's exactly like flipping a slightly weighted coin. Flip it once, tells you nothing. It could totally land on the less likely side. But flip that weighted coin 10 million times, the final tally is going to be almost perfectly predictable. It's the law of large numbers. The casino literally does not need to win every single hand. They just need you to stay there and keep playing long enough for probability to do its thing.
Which brings us perfectly to our next section, part 2, the math of time.
Because profitability isn't just about having a mathematical edge, it's about speed and volume, and that is where slot machines come in. These things are the undisputed financial engines of the modern casino. Think about table games for a second, poker or blackjack. Players spend time thinking, dealers have to shuffle cards, physically hand out chips. It takes time. Slot machines exist in a totally different reality. They require absolutely zero dealers. They let you crank out hundreds of spins in a single hour, and maybe most importantly, they run 24/7 without ever taking a coffee break, getting tired, or needing a paycheck. So while a super skilled blackjack player might use a complex strategy to narrow the house advantage, slot machines perfectly combine a fixed mathematical edge with sheer uninterrupted speed. Volume quietly creates revenue. That's exactly why those rows of seemingly simple slot machines usually generate way over half of a casino's entire income.
So time is everything. Let's do a quick thought experiment to see how casinos view their players based on the time they spend on the floor. Imagine two totally different players. Customer A walks in, drops $5,000 in a brutal 15-minute streak at the craps table, gets super angry, and storms out, swearing they are never coming back. Then you have Customer B. Customer B loses that exact same $5,000, but they lose it slowly, over 12 highly entertaining hours playing lower stakes games. Along the way, they grab a fantastic dinner, catch a live show, book a gorgeous room, and leave the next day feeling great about their fun weekend getaway. Surprisingly, long-term profitability doesn't come from wiping out players quickly like Customer A. It comes from keeping Customer B happily engaged for hours and hours. Because satisfaction creates loyalty, and loyalty, that creates a lifetime of repeat business.
So how do they ensure you become Customer B? Let's explore that in Section 3, Casino Psychology and Design.
Every square meter of a casino is practically an immersive psychological trap.
The industry actually calls this invisible architecture. For starters, you'll almost never see a clock on the wall, and good luck finding a window to check the daylight. This is totally on purpose to disorient your circadian rhythm. When you literally can't see the sun go down, 2 p.m. and 2 a.m. feel exactly the same, which strips away those natural environmental cues telling your brain to go to sleep. Down on the floor, the carpets usually have these really energetic, busy patterns designed subconsciously to keep you walking rather than standing still. Above you, the ambient lighting is carefully tuned to make you feel safe and warm, but also energized. And we have to talk about the sounds. Thousands of losing bets are happening every second in total, unacknowledged silence. But when a jackpot hits, loud, echoing sirens and cascading coin sounds ring out across the whole floor. This creates what psychologists call availability bias. It subtly tricks your brain into feeling like winning is just this constant, common occurrence all around you, even when it absolutely isn't.
Now let's look at what happens behind the scenes in Section 4, the data-driven casino.
Once you're fully immersed in that incredibly curated environment, the modern casino transforms into what is basically a giant behavioral laboratory. Behind all the glamour, there's a hidden army of data scientists and surveillance teams tracking everything. You might think signing up for a rewards program is just a harmless way to score a free buffet, right? Well, those loyalty card swipes tell them exactly how often you visit, your slot machine sessions reveal precisely which games you like and your average bet size, the restaurant bookings, that tells them your culinary tastes and how much you usually drop on food and drinks. Even your hotel reservations show them exactly how long you like to stay. Absolutely everything you do generates a complete, highly detailed, and incredibly predictable profile of your personal habits. And they take all of that meticulously gathered data and use it to calculate your customer lifetime value. That's the total predictable revenue a business can expect from one single customer over decades of repeat visits. See, they are not just chasing one lucky weekend from you. They're playing the long game. Because they have your unique data profile, they know the exact right moment to offer you a complimentary room, a free steak dinner, or maybe front row concert tickets just to keep you on the property. To an outsider, comping a $300 hotel room looks incredibly generous. But to the casino's algorithm, it's literally just a calculated customer acquisition cost. They want you to feel recognized and valued so that you keep coming back, effectively maximizing your spending with them for the next 20 or 30 years.
Let's zoom out to the final piece of the puzzle. Section 5, the integrated resort ecosystem.
So the casino floor is really just the engine driving a massive real estate ecosystem. The whole model has had to evolve a lot just to survive. Back in the 19th century, Monte Carlo actually legalized gambling as a desperate move to save its failing local economy. Then in the 20th century, early Las Vegas started building these neon-lit destinations out in the desert that were focused entirely on gambling. But cut to the 21st century, with global competition absolutely exploding, operators in places like Macau, Singapore, and modern Vegas realized that just offering gambling wasn't going to cut it anymore. To pull in global tourists, they had to build diversified mega-resorts, places offering world-class experiences you literally couldn't find anywhere else. So today, the gaming floor? That really just creates the initial foot traffic. The real cash flow is generated by a diversified, self-reinforcing cycle of luxury hotels, Michelin-starred dining, massive high-end retail malls, and massive corporate conventions. And this diversification is absolutely critical. Just look at what happened during the COVID-19 pandemic. Properties with heavily diversified revenue streams survived way better than those just relying on people pulling slot machine levers. It's an ecosystem. The restaurants feed the gamblers, the hotels house the convention goers, the shows draw in the shoppers. The modern casino isn't just a gaming floor anymore. It is an integrated, totally self-sustaining city. And all of this circles back to one incredibly simple golden rule. If people stay longer, they spend more. By literally building an entire city under one roof, these companies make leaving the property totally inconvenient. The walkways are designed to gently curve, seamlessly connecting the hotel lobby to the restaurants, right into the luxury mall, over to the theater, and eventually dumping you right back out onto the gaming floor. The physical layout practically encourages endless exploration within their walls, pushing you to spend thousands of dollars on all these auxiliary experiences without ever having to place a single bet. So at the end of the day, a casino is a masterful, mathematically guaranteed hospitality and real estate machine. It is built by visionary architects, it's optimized by relentless data scientists, and it is entirely guided by a deep, deep understanding of human psychology. And it's all designed to capture the single most valuable asset in the world, your attention. So I'll leave you with this final question to think about. Now that you can look past the flashing lights, will you ever walk through a casino the same way again? Thanks so much for tuning into this explainer. Keep learning, stay curious, and we will catch you next time.